It was past midnight. September 26, 1983. A Soviet early warning station outside Moscow was quiet. Cold, dimly lit. The shift commander, Stanislav Petrov, was staring at the screen. Then, a red light flashed. Missile launched. From the United States. A nuclear strike. Petrov froze. The screen told him what to do. Report it. Confirm it. Trigger retaliation. But instead, he paused. He hesitated. And in that moment of doubt, he may have saved the world. This is the story of the man who stopped World War III, not with weapons, not with force, but with calm, reason, and silence. The early 1980s were one of the most dangerous periods of the Cold War. Tensions between the United States and the Soviet Union were rising fast. Just weeks earlier, the Soviets had shot down a South Korean passenger plane, mistaking it for a spy aircraft. The West was furious. The Kremlin was paranoid. Both sides had thousands of nuclear warheads, ready to launch at a moment's notice, and both believed the other might strike first. That night, Petrov was on duty at Serpukhov 15, a Soviet early warning bunker. His job: monitor satellite data and report any sign of a U.S. missile launch. At 0015, the alarm sounded. A missile had been launched from an American base, then 2, then 5. The screen showed inbound nuclear attack. The protocol was clear. Petrov was to report it up the chain of command, and the Soviet military would prepare a counterstrike. Missiles would be launched within minutes. But he hesitated. Something didn't feel right. If the U.S. were really launching a first strike, why only 5 missiles? Why not hundreds? That's what doctrine expected. A massive wave to overwhelm defenses. And there was another issue. The only confirmation came from satellites. No radar detection, no ground sensors, just one data stream. It could be a malfunction, a glitch, or it could be real. If he was wrong, the Soviet Union would be caught defenseless. If he was right, reporting it could start a nuclear war. Petrov did nothing. He told his superiors it was a false alarm. He waited. 5 minutes. 10. 15. No explosions, no incoming missiles, nothing. He was right. The system had misinterpreted sunlight reflecting off high-altitude clouds as missile launches. The world had come within minutes of total annihilation, and no one knew. Not then. Not for years. Petrov didn't consider himself a hero. He was reprimanded for not logging the incident properly. He faded into obscurity. Only in the 1990s did his story come to light, and even then, few listened. He lived quietly in a small Russian apartment, retired, humble, rarely interviewed. He died in 2017, mostly unknown. And yet, on that one night, in that one room, with the weight of the world on his shoulders, he chose to wait. He chose to think. He chose not to trust the machine. It's easy to imagine that history is shaped by presidents and generals, but sometimes it's shaped by technicians, by people in silence, in the shadows, making the hardest decision, by not making one. Thanks for listening to Echoes of Time. If this story moved you, please follow and share. Some heroes never fire a weapon. Some save the world by doing nothing. Until next time, stay curious.